I think maybe fair to say John's coming off his best game since he became the starter. Just what did you see out of him that maybe helped him kind of simplify the game and kind of, take off some of the pressure and not be pressing as much throughout the game?
I think he was just confident in the week of practice that he had, just trusting his footwork, his eyes, and that his guys were going to be in the right place at the right time, and all he had to do was deliver the ball. So he did a really good job of that all week, and it did a great job of it in the game.
Did you feel like from him that he was a little maybe more just kind of relaxed and comfortable and maybe wasn't, trying, to press as much and maybe kind of just eased his way into the game?
Yeah, I think John was the same competitor he always is. It just came down to him worrying about his job and focusing on his job and just trusting that everybody else was going to do theirs and him just getting the ball to him. So.
Talk about the offensive line a little bit. I know it's been a couple of really strong weeks for them, and they're kind of, hitting their stride. How much for a play caller does that really open up the options to where you have an extra 20, 30 plays you can run because the offensive line's going to be holding up at all times?
Yeah, I mean, they're confident in themselves. They work hard, they get coached hard, and they demand a lot from themselves. And so I think whenever that happens and a sense of accountability kind of gets built in that room amongst the core group of those guys, I think that's what shows up on game day. And for me, it's just, guys, I'm going to call the play. Let's do our job. I'm going to try and put us in the best position to be successful. So let's go out there and do our job and execute.
I asked John after the game about some of his celebrations, which he kind of laughed about. It's kind of a funny thing. But he also kind of was serious, like, hey, this kind of gets the guys going. It's kind of a leader, I guess, thing to do. Is there something to be said about just, like, kind of having a good time with the guys and kind of helping his leadership kind of, come along in that way? Yeah,
I think the biggest thing that John, tries to remind people and that everyone needs to remember is that football is a game. Right, so have fun with it. Nobody likes to do something that you're not having fun with, and so it's fun whenever good things happen. And you see the guys enjoy being around each other and celebrate together, so they're just having fun.
I think the tailback carries against Hawaii were, in the upper 20s. I want to say, like, how much of an emphasis was that trying to get them more touches the other day?
It was just the game plan that we had going in, and just went out there and operated and executed it. Nothing too crazy.
Jake mentioned Javency kind of push away Sean in the running back room. Like, how is he kind of doing that? What does that room look like right now?
Yeah, Javinsky's an older guy, been here a while, so it's something that we kind of expect from him. He expects from himself. I know Coach Ottawai demands it, just helping bring the younger guys along. I know Wayshawn's an incredible player, but Javinsky's been through some fights, some battles and stuff, so being able to share those experiences and kind of coach him up on that stuff, it's invaluable information for Wayshawn. And so Javinsky does a great job being a leader in that room. So does Dylan Payne. I know he's hurt and everything, but just does a great job. Those two do an unbelievable job just bringing the younger guys along.
And the last thing for me, I want to ask about Essa, left tackle. He's only been playing football, I guess, for the last 3 or 4 years, which is crazy. What are you seeing from him this season, and for him to kind of make that fast of improvements? Like, and what does that say about him?
Yeah, you said he hadn't played football very long, and so I think it's just kind of a natural progression of he's naturally going to get better through experiences that he got from last year and got from junior college. And the longer you do something, I think the better you're going to get at it. But I think the biggest thing that you can see with Essa out at practice, just his mindset at practice. It's more so than ever before. It's a constant state of holding himself accountable, doing his job, and trying to make it as game-like as possible. And that's pre-snap, that's during the play, and that's even after the ball's out of the quarterback's hand or the running back's run. It just that strain to finish, I think, is really kind of what taken his game another level. And so I'm really proud of him. He's done a great job with it.